Yeah, well, good morning. Oh, let's start the morning off with this. Hear that wonderful sound? Exhaust leak right on the manifold. Sounds like a dang deer whistle. Oh, hi, Joggo boy. You got it. Still waking up, huh? Now it stopped. So I think I talk about it enough where you always want to try to plan ahead. You know, figure out your next step before you take the next step. But in the meantime of doing that, I can't see anything in here. I left my trailer at the job site, and by doing that, I didn't think about I'm going to go take my chipper down to the dealer so they can fix it up and get it warrantied and shenanigans. I gotta backtrack a little bit. Oh, speak of the devil. That was my buddy Chris. That was the one I was going down to his house to go get my trailer. Trailer for what? It's mine now. No. I need fuel in this truck. Oh, burr. So yeah, in the meantime, let's get a few things done today. My biggest thing is, well, since I can do a few things at once, I have a irrigation company down in town. They designed me an entire plan system for irrigation and sprinklers and stuff like that, and a holding tank and everything like that for my buddy's property. So they designed all that. It's like $50 for the design, and then they refund you that $50 the moment you go and purchase the materials for them. So I'm like, okay. It makes it easy on my end. Plus thing, we got so much stuff going on the job site, and I'll show you guys when I get there. It's a mud pit right now, but the thing is, grab the trailer, come back home, grab the chipper, take that down to the dealer, drop that off, then probably go back to his house, drop off my trailer again, because I don't need to bring it home now, especially, and then go do a few errands in the meantime. So yeah, one thing I plan to head on is they had a buy one get two free kind of a thing. I don't know, it was like 3 for $6 on Red Bull. I'm like, you know what, haven't had Red Bull in a while, I'm gonna treat myself. So I had another one at home. It's the good part about this morning, and sleeping in a little bit was nice. Some other people are in a rush. I'm already doing 7 miles per hour over speed limit, but all right. Yeah, so I kind of topped it off with some coffee on top of the Red Bull. We'll see how it goes today. I'm not that tired, but dehydration is key. So, last time around, well, I went through the mud at my job site yesterday, so I washed off the truck, which I don't know why, because I'm about to drive in there again. But I'm like, you know what, I need to go underneath the truck, because I haven't been driving this thing that much ever since I got it back from the dealer. I mean, I did a few hauls, I did a few checks, but if I went underneath, put it on the lift, looked at it, and, well, just to start off with, I think I still smell coolant on my truck. I think the brand new EGR they put on is faulty, because I've topped off my truck twice now on coolant. Like the sensor has gone off twice, and then going underneath the truck, I think my front timing chain cover is leaking to top it off, you know, and they forgot to fix my exhaust brake or the gasket. So I'm a little bit irritated. Everything they did didn't work. And honestly, the front of the motor is leaking worse than it was beforehand with the faulty seal from the from the manufacturer. And the dealership went to go and fix it, and muddier than a poop bucket nugget. But check this out. Oh my gosh, it is just an absolute mess. I mean, it's dry. It dries off quick, don't get me wrong, but man, it just snot slop everywhere. Look at that. What, you want to go get in the mud? All right. Okay. Crazy dog. Yay! You guys can't. You see that? How I shoveled my tracks off before I was done. Yeah, I'm productive. It's already a lot drier today, but it's going to rain all over again, so it doesn't really do much. I was going to have rock delivered, but can't bring a truck through here because they're going to get stuck, and I don't want to tear up this area even more than it is already, so let's not do that. Oh, this is where I left my grease gun. Do you still work after being rained on? Yep, okay. Thank you, Milwaukee. Oh, I left my gloves out too. Double duty. Not good. Alright, let's back around. Oop. Puppy boy! What's that? First try. Oh, we're way off. There's already. Put some grease on this ball. I don't know what it is with this coupler, but it just squeezes grease right off it. Like I grease this like every other time I tow. Yeah, I got that really good goopy stuff too. Like, you need to have a super duper hot pressure washer to take this stuff off. It's not too kind. Okay. Hit. Don't worry, Chris. I'll pick that up later. Ooh. Oh. Getting too old for jumping. I'll never be too old for this, though. Come on. We're so close. Just hit. Oh, one second. I got to manhandle this. That's why these handles are here, right? Shazam. Okie dokie, let's get hooked up. That's it, boy. Let's see if we get stuck getting out of here. Okay, trays are good. And nice and muddy and disgusting. She needs another wash. Nothing stays clean. Okay. Now we go back home. Woo! It's starting to sprinkle a little bit. You can definitely tell it's Friday because all the Bay Areans are coming up this way. I'm loving this rearview mirror camera thing I have. Yeah. I shouldn't have stopped where I stopped. Don't spin out. That's all I ask. Driveway's coming together good. It's not as soupy as it was. Like I said all day yesterday, I'm gonna run over my box. Stupid, you kidding me? I'm totally gonna run over my box. And it's so wet, I don't want to run over this because it might move it. I already ran over once, but it wasn't as wet, or was it? I don't know anymore. Can I make a wider turn? Not hitting anything. We'll see. Alright, let's try this again. Biggest issue, I had a humongous pile of rock that I threw on the road here, but that's gone now, so I can kind of dangle it a little bit more. I'm just trying not to spin out. I'll fall off the other side here. I'm trying not to mess up what I've done. Is the goal. Come on. Not bad. There you go. Take her nice and wide. We're good. Now I cleared it by like 80 feet this time instead of running it over. See how that goes. The original installers of this driveway really are not good. Yeah, pack that box in the ground. That's right. Yeah. Okay. PCWA is cool. well, it's the guy. You hear all the mud flinging everywhere. For the love of God. A little bit of NASCAR. Trying to squeegee that stuff off. Maybe I won't come back with my trailer. I'll just take it back home. But I got to do some grocery runs at the same time, but whatever. What was I saying? Oh yeah, everything that the dealer did sucked on this truck. Going back to that. Should have been better quality job, and why is it that everything that they did is already failing? Why is it still leaking? Why am I still using coolant? What's going on here? So it's a little bit of it's an annoyance. But in the meantime, I mean, it's still running. I'm checking my oil. Coolant's still good. Yeah, it is. I mean, I filled it up a lot. We got deers. No more deers, right? Yeah, if you see one deer, there's more. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, I need to top off on fuel before I go home. Grab the chipper, go head down to Sac, drop that off, go see Caroline. They are not close to me at all, but it's going to be a poke. I hate driving. I don't drive down to the city. One big thing I just want to add at a random, they're not paying me to say this or anything like that, but I have bought all my, I buy a ton of my filters, I buy a ton of my transfer tanks, my fill right pumps. There's a few things I bought from them for my fuel trailer, and they're called Zorro.com. So these are the guys that I bought my DZ transfer tank from. And man, the moment I called them up, and you can actually speak to a person the moment you call them. They sent me an email. I sent a email with the photos of the damaged tank. Immediately, like, all right, we'll get you all squared away. Like 4 to 5 business days. We'll keep you updated when your new one ships out. And then just a few days after that, I get another email from one of their customer service, and they offered a 10% discount for the inconvenience of my tank busting. So, I mean, I didn't ask for anything like that. They just straight up offered. I'm like, sure. I'm like, yeah, thank you. I'm like, so I just want to mention that good kind of customer service to, I'm assuming, like, the audience that watches me and you guys. If you guys want good customer service, and honestly, they ship everything really quick to my place, pretty dang good prices. And just so you guys know, they're taking care of me big time. So I just want to tell that to appreciate what they've done for me. They're solid people. I like doing business with them. Alrighty. Everything is turning into biodiesel. That's $2 in Nevada. That's $3 in Nevada. Or something like that, $4. Now they say it's better lubrosity, but at the same time it stores algae, or it can create algae. I don't know. I would never put that in a tank for storage use or long-term use. If I know I'm going to burn it off immediately, then sure. I don't know. I'm a germaphobe about pumps, so I've never been a fan of that. Get this thing topped off, go inside the office and have Warren get his treat. Do that. Yay! Yeah, of course it's raining. Pretty good now. I got to put the chipper back together real quick. I should have done that yesterday, but you know what? I guess it happens. Alright, might as well. I just gotta put these panels back on. Might as well just let her warm up real quick while I do that and get the hose out of the way. And so this is one of the engine codes, 6802. It always pops up on this. You can see I have a video before this one talking about the 20XP if you guys want to check that out. I think it's like 600-hour review something, but yeah. Coolant temp 39. Ugh. Still a bunch of stuff flying out of the radiators when I cleaned it back. And it has depth. You believe that? I don't. Alright, let's put this thing back together. I've been meaning to clean up the shop a little bit too. Started, then I got sidetracked. Okay. That. These. I think that was a 14. That. Let's go throw that back on. Alright, let's get the rest of this thing together. Hi, puppies. You got your stick? yeah, go boy. It's the funniest thing when he runs over here on the concrete with no traction. He's like a cartoon character. Turn these off because PG&E's a ripoff. That. Alright. Go on, homeboy. Let's go. This asphalt that I put down is the best thing ever. Sure you guys ain't staring up my nose. Yeah, tracks don't even damage much now. It's just straight asphalt down below all this grindings. It's kind of melted back down into itself. I kind of learned loading it this way has worked the best, being easy on the tail, because the front of the machine is a lot lighter than the motor housing, so it just doesn't hit the ramp super hard. And I don't know what it is, just there's so much more rear weight. It just balances out the trailer a little bit better. That's what I figured out anyways. Every time I try to load it the other way, it's a really, really bumpy toe. It's not a good time. It's all lined up. Nah, I'm a little bit off. It takes it, but if I can be nicer to it, might as well, right? Instead of trying to turn on it, because this thing is the width of the trailer. And at least they have like a creep mode on these controllers too. Some chippers don't have that, which I don't get how or why. I guess you can always rev it down, but it's still kind of not as good as it could be. There it goes. really does load up a lot easier this way instead of it fighting its own weight. This thing will do a wheelie on this side real easy. That's why if you're tracking up a hill, you want to put the motor facing uphill. You have so much more weight up there. This thing will literally do a wheelie up the hill if you try to track it forward instead of reverse. And of course it's wet. Steel tracks on wet steel is never fun. Boy. Something like that. Boy. This is honestly about the balance point. There's so much weight right here. The front end there's maybe a few thousand pounds up here. There's not much compared to the rear. So that's right where I haul this thing all the time. And it makes it easier to turn off and on. So. And always, the moment you turn on a chipper, if you're going to do anything, you engage that clutch. You don't want to destroy your entire clutch assembly. Alright. Yeah, it's cold out here. It's a rainy day. I can't go do anything at my job, so this is the next best thing, still being productive. Let's get this thing fixed up before my next job comes in. I'm about 3 to 4 weeks out for the next job for the chipper, so I got a lot of things to take care of before that thing goes because I want to make sure this thing is ready to rock. It's a new season. Let's get some stuff done. All right. Only problem is the way I haul it, because there's no weight on the tail and I'm pulling up on the tail to tie down. You gotta get a little bit of a bounce from that, but it's just the way it is sometimes. You can't have it all. What to learn new things after. Okay, well, all tied down. Let's close up the garage and get a move on. All right. Really don't need those today. Let's get a move groove on. We got some 8% grades going back down the hill, so I'm always a good test pilot for you guys. All right, so we just start off with some 7% grades. Man, getting out of my house sometimes sucks. Just I got a weird road getting out of a sharp turn. I don't have to go that way, but it's just convenient enough for me. But it's steep enough. I lose traction going up that grade when it rains, especially. And like, again, where I put the chipper, I have enough tongue weight, but honestly, still, like, it could probably be brought forward just a little bit more sometimes every time I think about it. But it works. It's enough traction. But I hate spinning tire when you're hauling. I'm like, I don't want to break anything. And I don't know if anybody that's new, you see how many times I haul in and out of my house. The grades are not too kind, so I feel like I have the best test track for testing out these trucks and what I tow, because if I can make it through these 7s, 8s, and then on the other side of the canyon there's a 12% and a 10% grade, I guess 10 and a 12% grade, hauling the heaviest equipment I have being the excavator, still safe, still manageable. Just can't be in a rush when you're driving. That's number one. I really don't care who's behind me. I don't care if they're late. I don't care if I'm late. I'm going to haul safe. That's always the biggest thing. Like right now, I'm going to drop into another 8% grade right now. And I think, what does this thing weigh? 22, 24-ish thousand pounds. So I don't really touch my brakes that much. Here, I'm going to use my brakes once because we got a good sized curve that comes up right here. Then downshift into third. Take this turn in third. I don't know why people like using that lane when there's nobody to pass. Wouldn't you want to be further away from traffic? But, whatever. I don't know, drivers all suck these days. I haven't touched the brakes once. I'm holding just a little bit under 50 right now. And slowing it down, I'm almost at 45. Ready for the next big turn. I've only touched my brakes once that entire 8% hill. I think that one's 8 or 7. I think that one's 8. Freaking NASCAR, left turn, left turn. We'll get there sooner or later. Then we'll check out and see what they got at the dealership. I haven't been there since last year, springtime, so yeah, it's been a year. I wonder if they have any 2290s. I just now realized it. I'm kind of proud of myself this year because last year I had to call Kubota and I had to call Cat, and they're kind enough to delay my payments on equipment. My chipper wasn't so easy. I was able to hang on because I called Cat the first time and Kubota. Kubota gave me 2 months off on the payments for equipment, and Cat 3 months on the excavator that I didn't have to pay during the winter time. Something I had to do last season because budget was tight, really tight. Barely made it through. This year, dude, I didn't even think about asking for that delay of payment. Everything's been paid through all season. All the winter months, I've been able to make my payments on the equipment, even though they've been sitting for a little while. It was the end of last year was absolutely awesome. I just had to be thankful for that and let you guys know. Things are slowly working up to be better and better as time goes on. Rain's kind of holding off. Still, it's slippery outside. My traction control kicked on a few times going up a grade. Let's see if it kicks on going up this grade. This grade right here is 8% going up. This is what gets you out of that canyon up to the top here. This one's a solid 8%er. I started it doing 55-ish. I'm already at 50. This one's a steep son of a gun. And we're at 45 now. Usually it's able to hang on to third gear. I did not get that good of a run at this one though this time around. Oh, we get a green light this time though. I will definitely spin tire right here starting off at this light though. We got a red light up there though. And we're going to probably block the road. Yeah, we're good. Not too shabby. So I get out of Auburn. I smell coolant. I smell coolant. Stupid freaking heck, dude. Absolutely dumb. I swear I got a good whiff of it there. Oh, and dude, these new shocks, there's a few things I want to showcase between trucks. See if I can showcase it at least and go from there. Well, one thing I keep on forgetting to mention every time I try doing a video on it, I got this little AI box, smart box from this company. I'll put a link down below and on the description. They reached out to me and they gave me one of these boxes I plug in because this year truck doesn't have the like wireless CarPlay, so I have to plug in my phone every time, and honestly it's kind of annoying. And this one, when I sit in my truck, it connects to the phone and it pops up on my display, and it gets, I can run my music on it. You can like watch TV on it. I honestly don't even know how to do that yet, but I just like it not having to connect my phone every time to make it work. It connects right off the bat. I do have one issue with it though. I don't know if it's my phone. My phone's doing weird things, but it disconnects randomly here and there, which is kind of annoying. Sometimes it'll do it like 2 or 3 times in a day, then it won't do it for a while. I don't know if it's my phone or not. It just disconnected right now. But then I say, connect. It connects pretty quick, but it'll show that it's still connected, but it disconnected. I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. But this thing is pretty dang cool. Oh, someone got in a wreck. Hey, gave her too much sauce, did you? Oopsies. But yeah, I've been wanting to mention that. I finally got it plugged in my truck and started using it, and I definitely like how convenient that is, because I think, Sam's 5500. I know my buddy Ryan's truck, those ones you don't have to connect your phone to. The moment your phone just connects to the truck, the whole CarPlay system works, which is weird too, because this truck, I don't have to connect my phone to use the Bluetooth. Like, I could still make phone calls, but I can't text from it, and I can't run my music off of it, which I don't understand how that works. Now, I've been meaning to throw that in. I've been meaning to do a video on it when I was going to do my truck walk around, but I haven't finished my walk around because of the shock video, and that was going to be part of it. But we'll just take care of that right now, because those guys that sent me this have been waiting long enough, so I feel bad. I want to get that out to them. And yeah, again, I'll have a link in the description for you guys on that. I think I'm right in the middle between traffic, because getting down to Sacramento, getting out, none of it is fun. I don't have the patience for that kind of stuff. And people suck at driving the further and further you get into the city. So we'll try to minimize that. Man, freaking cops are out in full force. They're everywhere. But yeah, I'll see you guys when we get down to the dealership. Go from there. That we are here. I don't know if it's the best way to do this, but freaking telephone pole, cars in the way, all the above. I don't like that car being in my way though. I've only just stopped by here to grab things. I've never ever walked in. I bought my chipper from text messages. Let's go see what they got going on. Yeah, boy. I just spoke with Hunter in there. Just kind of joked around a little bit. Let me get this chipper off the trailer here, getting all written up, and let him go work on it. They got a brand new 20 right there. I think that's a smaller motor, actually. Yeah, that was like a 275. They have a few different horsepower models on these. Yeeky. The scales were closed this time.
Playing too much.
That's good. Tyson? Look, Jason. Jesus Christ, I can't look or talk or speak or breathe.
It's Friday.
Tavit. Yes, it is.
my brain shut off like when I woke up this morning. My brain went, "What are you doing? Go back to bed."
Oh.
So track
there's 619 hours on the machine.
619.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's my little turd bucket. All right.
Very cute. Hi. Nice, thank you.
Here's my stick. Is that your stick? Yeah, yeah.
Very proud of that stick.
No cookies. Oh yeah, yeah, sure. Go on, go get a treat. Go follow it. You get a treat.
Treat?
Go. Kidnap you so fast. All right, we're good. Let's get loaded up and get on up out of here. Hey there. So we are all finished up with that part. Got the chipper all dropped off. I'm gonna head back home now, get rid of the trailer, and then got to shoot back down the hill again, and then go meet up and get a design for some irrigation stuff. So it ought to be a good time. Got a lot of stuff to do today. Even though it's raining, we got a lot of things we can be productive with. The scales being closed is just that much more of a benefit. All right, well, we're back. Ate some grub real quick. I'm swapping trucks and go do some more chores. Like I said, got to go back into town, go get some estimate sheet, go back over to the job site, do a few more things over there. Get this girl warmed up. She's been sitting for a few days. He's ready to go. There, you got it. Good job. Steering's off again, so I gotta fix that. It's cockeyed. It's bugging the heck out of me. I just haven't really gotten around to it yet. But the steering's a lot better. My control arms are so worn out. The caster was changing on the front diff, so every time you like hit the brakes, you kind of start going one way or another. It wasn't good. So I got super beefcakes on there now. We're good to go. Oh, this fun road. But, I mean, man, it's so convenient having two trucks, hopefully maybe three down the road, but I could just park the dually, hop out, get into this thing, and go. I don't have to detach the trailer and do a whole bunch of stuff. At one point, I was kind of like that when this truck was broke down. I was using the dually for everything, which sucks because you can't park anywhere. You know, like, this thing is a little Mini Cooper compared to that truck on turning. I'll tell you that much. Oh, I had a hiccup. That hiccup hurt. I really enjoy driving this truck. She's not crazy fast, not yet anyways, but when I get a tuner on her, she'll be scooting. She's got a lot of shenanigans already under the hood. So she just needs a little bit of tuning and timing. She'll come alive. But you gotta replace the radio. I have a new one. I just got to figure out how to connect it because I have an amplifier on this truck. Replaced all the speakers. My dash is not cracked. Nothing is cracked. I got some new little doodle noodle things for the door panels because a bunch of them broke last time when I replaced the speakers. She good. Windshield's cracked just about the exact same way as the dually, so I mean, okay. It's not in my way. I don't see it. I don't care. Sometimes the sun catches it just right and you're like, right in the eye. But on that, both these windshields on the dually and the 24 valve, they need to definitely get replaced. But again, it's definitely it's very convenient where it's cracked, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, like I said, I got to go down, grab an irrigation plans. I had them design. I got to sit down and talk with my buddy, figure out the asphalt, which company we want to go for with the asphalt, with their bids turned in, get the irrigation squared away. I have a bid for that to be installed for like the tank and all that good stuff. I'm going to do the rest of the irrigation, but small little doodads just to keep the job flowing. It's raining, so I'm trying to take care of all this type of stuff like this instead of being on site. Might as well get a few more things done in the meantime. But traffic's definitely getting on the heavier side. Like I said, everybody from the valley starting to come up the mountain. So I should be off on most of the side roads, so I'm not worried about that part. But they're everywhere. But in the meantime, I guess we'll see what we got for plans when I stop by the pipe supply store. Go from there.